What's going on, ladies and gents? Before we go on with the video, I want to remind everybody of the Content Creator Program Season 8 going on. Get yourself some free codes, guys. There's 2 current codes going on. I've been sending them out daily, twice to 3 times a day, as a matter of fact. And if you are going to be joining the Content Creator Program and support me, we have 2 more on the way. Total of 4 codes coming your way, guys. 2 currently active, 2 more on the way. It's a simple click of the button. You support your favorite content creator. I give you guys codes. We all benefit. Now, before we watch the video, I do want to say this. This is going to be a very opinionated video based on some facts that I have, and I want to have your comments in the comment section. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that notification. Let's go down the video, guys. What's going on, Solo Leveling fam? Welcome back to another video. All right, folks, happy Saturday. First off, this is going to be pre-recorded because, of course, weekends are family time for me, so I'm going to be spending time with my family as usual, but I do want to get some things out for you guys, and one specific discussion I think is really, really important, and I think it may change the landscape of how the game is viewed in a negative and a positive manner at the same time, and it depends who you are as a player and how you approach the game. Let's go with that. Okay, so I do want to talk about this because I do think there is quite a bit going on here in April. April is going to be a massive month for the game. There is so many things happening, and most importantly, it's going to affect pay-to-win players a certain way and also free-to-play players in another way. And this is the first time I've kind of seen a major divide in a mode that's being revamped, I'd like to say, right? And that mode is none other than the Guild Boss. Now, if you don't know how the Guild Boss currently works, I do want to go through this because I think it's really important. There's 2 big things happening for the actual guild section of the game. Number 1, they're introducing rage count competitions, which is a good and a bad thing, right? So you are going to be competing against 5 other guilds with your guild, and it's going to be a total rage count competition. Whoever gets the most rage count essentially wins, and you guys will be given prizes based on that. Now, this is fantastic for the competitive side of the game, and it's amazing for whales because whales have been waiting for a lot of things to do and get rewards for, and right now the current reward system is kind of shit, right? Because they kind of get everything everyone else gets. Whether you're free to play, pay to win, it doesn't really matter. The rewards are kind of stagnant, and Guild Boss has been kind of like meh, not really focused on too much. And this was kind of my worry about introducing co-op before fixing Guild Boss, but it looks like they're doing that. So rage count is being introduced. Now, a couple things to remember that will make a change here, right? 5 guilds of the same rank will be matched to compete. So if you're an S rank, you're going to be matched with other S ranks. The winner is determined by the priority order. This is how it's going to work. Total rage generated against the guild boss, total damage dealt to the boss, and then guild member participation rate. So all of this is going to drive competitors to do even more damage, come up with better strats, and also for guilds now to become a lot more competitive and a lot more structured around that. Now, if you don't already know this, I have multiple guilds that are top-end guilds, so shout out to Payne's Angels, Zeus, Hades, Ares, Ragnarok, and all the other guilds that are currently around under the Payne banner. If you are looking to join a competitive guild, of course, you can join my Discord, get yourself the SLA role, check out which guilds are recruiting and their requirements, and if you fit the mold, jump in and talk to one of the officers or the leaders, right? They're incredible players, incredible people, and I love my community to death. So that's how they're going to structure it. Now, the rewards themselves are also going to be based off of how much, like the national level hunters, that's what they're calling us, essentially the ones who have high tier damage, will be able to contribute beyond the highest tier by earning additional guild contributions. So people who do more than the current 15 tiers will be getting themselves more rewards, including contribution coins. Okay, so that's the good part of things. Now, I know they had to shake things up, and this is where I think kind of the bad part comes into play, and I don't mean bad in a sense like it's the wrong direction to go. I think it's bad in a sense that it was just too quick, and we didn't have time to transition into this, and that is the new method of the guild boss being weak to certain elements rather than being weak to all elements. Now, the reason why this is a big deal is because now it's going to make free-to-play players not necessarily use the weapons they've built up, which, if you don't know this already, resources are very thin for free-to-play players, especially because a lot of free-to-play players like myself don't have weapon enhancements because we've been too busy farming the level 120s to get our combat power up, right? So it's becoming apparent that they are pushing it a little bit more pay to win. Now, how does this change? What's the outcome? Okay, so here's how it works. The whole strategy is completely different as well. Not only does it affect weapons now, but it's also going to affect the hunters you use, right? This has essentially become POD version 2. So you guys can see here, before it was you and 9 other hunters. 2 rounds, can use the same hunters every single time, and there was no diversity. There was a meta. Everybody followed the meta. Now, the beauty of this, of course, is now it allows people to come up with different strategies and different meta. So that is a bonus and a plus. That is a must in this kind of game. Where the problem, though, lies is this. Previously, guild battles include Sun Jinwoo and 9 hunters, making it difficult to track the battle. To be honest, it wasn't that difficult once you get used to it. The new system will limit to 6 hunters per lineup, requiring strategic play. Similar to Power of Destruction, hunters in the first lineup cannot participate in the second lineup. Now, there's a big difference, right? POD only requires 3 hunters, which is much easier to manage and build than requiring 6 hunters. That is a huge change, right? It's a massive change. Not only that, but the attribute for the guild boss will now have 3 weaknesses instead of being weak to all attributes. And that is big, because if we look at things, guys, from any point of view, if there are 3 weaknesses, right? Most Dolphins, most free-to-play players, not whales included, of course, and again, this is what I mean, it's becoming a little bit more pay to win, have at least, at the bare minimum, 2 to 3 teams built, right? And not more than that, because again, resources are thin, it's very expensive, it's very costly. Look at my essence stones. What the heck? I see one more. So if we look at this, right? Let's just take a look at my hunters. Let's just go by my favorite ones, or my best ones. Wind and light. Those are my best ones at the moment. Look at this. I've got 1, 2, 3. That's 3 wind units built, no Goto. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 light units built. So that right there is a team, right? So I mean, it's 3 and 3. So I would go like Min. So actually, you know what I would do? I'd probably go Thomas, Min, and Gunhee, and then it'd be Mirai, Hansimi, and Cha. So that's team 1. Now, if you look at now these guys cannot be used anymore. So if you look at my dark team, fire team, and water team, they are absolutely garbage. Like, I've got Choi, Mei Lin, and I've got Charlotte. That's it. Everyone else is very mediocre. So the only thing I could really see them doing here is somehow boosting SR units to make this more balanced, but I don't see them doing that either. Like, I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think that's in their bingo card, nor are we planning to probably see that. So I think things are going to be completely different now, and I think more guilds are going to lean towards aiming to get themselves some whales and dolphins to join their guilds, because again, the high-end guilds are going to be competing with one another, and what's going to cripple them is not necessarily just the gameplay aspect of things, or the structure of things, but also the players who have spent versus the players who have not. Because at the end of the day, realistically, you don't want, if you're going to be a high-end guild, you're not going to want free-to-play players in your guild if you're competing, because they're going to slow you down. They're not going to have the structure or the team to set this up, or the weapons to make this worthwhile. So this part kind of scares me a little bit. I'm hopeful that they do it right. I am hopeful, but I also have seen some things go completely awry and go bad, and I'm hoping this is not one of them, because quite honestly, I feel like guilds and guild bosses have played such a major role in the upcoming content that we've been doing, as well as the current content that we've been doing, and is kind of hated and beloved at the same time. There's a very mixed bag, kind of like POD, right? So I'm curious to see how they do this, guys. I don't know if this is the right direction or not, but I can definitely tell you it is definitely going more to the pay to win side for guild boss. So get prepared. If you are part of a guild and you're not, holding your numbers, holding it down, meeting the requirements, you may be replaced and lowered to another guild. I'm not mine necessarily. I'll leave that to my officers and members. But overall, I think this is a positive and a negative, and I'm curious to hear what you guys have to think about this, because this is pretty crazy. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.